The IKEA test. If you want to find out who the leaders are in your organization, get a piece of IKEA furniture for them to build together, and you will quickly learn who the players are. You will naturally find a group of individuals who are like, let's go, let's get this done. And in that group of individuals, you'll find a little difference in that there will be some who are more like organizing people, telling them what to do. You get the instructions, you grab the tools, you get the resources. And you'll have those who are more like, come on, let's have some fun, guys. Let's don't worry about the details. We'll just build it. I'm sure we can figure it out. Let's just see what happens. And then you'll find those who are a little bit more laid back, take their time. One type of leader will be all about making sure everyone's included. Do you have a role? What are you doing? Does everybody understand? And then another fourth type of leader will be the one who says, hold on, everybody. I need to read through the manual, make sure we got understanding pieces, everything's in place before we get started. That last leader is the high C, and that's what we're talking about today. Hi, my name is Tammy Dunnett, your leadership and communication skills trainer. And we're in a series of leadership styles, and this is the fourth of the 4 videos. In previous videos, we talked about the high D, that dominant leader, take charge, give people what their tasks are and let them do it. The high I leader, that inspiring, influential, don't worry about the facts so much, let's just build and create something. The high S, a little bit more laid back, steady, calm, inclusive, making sure everyone is a part of it. And today we're going to be talking about the high C, that conscientious leader who wants to follow the rules, read the directions, dot the I's, cross the T's to make sure everything is right before we proceed. Now, this group of leaders are known as the rule followers. Now, the high C, or the conscientious leader, is a term that comes from the DISC personality assessment. This is a really short quiz that breaks down your behaviors, your best and worst answers, and breaks it down into a blend of leadership styles that covers 4 major styles: dominance, steadiness, influential or inspiring, and conscientious. Now, the conscientious style is considered to be the rule followers. Those are the ones, policies, procedures, process. And they make up 20 to 25% of the workplace, so you've likely experienced them. And because they rely on data to make decisions, they are focused on accuracy. And they would rather spend their time asking questions around a problem to understand it. And even though you may find like their questioning is taking a little bit more time than you would like, the high C rarely misses a deadline. When you think high C, think Bill Nye the Science Guy, Martha Stewart, and Steve Jobs. So if you find yourself relating to what's to come in this video, you are in great company. Now, if we describe the high I in a single sentence, it would be know before you go. And because they are natural rule followers, like it's in them to follow the rules and find the facts, they make great engineers, lawyers, and accountants. But we know from previous videos, high C's are not without their challenges. So if you've heard the feedback that maybe you're a little too much of a perfectionist, get lost in the weeds and the details, that you take a long time to make a decision because you're worried about getting it wrong, or that you're just a little too serious and you need to lighten up, you might be a high C. Now, you may describe yourself as being intuitive, creative, and driven by quality. Others might experience you as aloof, moody, and even condescending when you're under stress. Now, with a focus on quality answers, the high C leader thrives in an environment where there is compliance, a focus on process, and they're the ones who are going to say, hey, I think we can make this more efficient here. And they can become irritated when there are glitches in the system, disorganized people, and illogical contributions in their mind, because they prefer an environment where people are professional, credible, and courteous. Now listen, the high C leader is a great contributor to the overall team because they are focused on accuracy and quality products, and they are incredibly dependable. But they can become so self-critical of their own performance, they don't need you to tell them what they're doing wrong. But that can delay them making a decision because they're looking over all the data. And their skepticism, their need for proof and information may lead to them asking for things to be in writing. And because they have this desire for perfection, others may describe your leadership style as being too picky and overly cautious. Now, if you're working with a high C leader, how can you improve the quality of that relationship and move things forward faster? Well, think of this motto: I'd rather be right than quick. That's the motto that drives them. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to work with a high C leader. Number 1, keep your conversations formal and logical. The high C leader doesn't need to talk about emotions or what you're doing on the weekend. They want to focus on the work and the task to complete it in the most perfect way possible. And number 2, now when it comes to having conversations with a high C leader around change, new initiatives, be prepared to present the facts, the data, your analysis that support your decisions. Number 3, ask their opinions. They've been researching the data. They are an expert in knowledge, in information. So source their ideas and opinions from the perspective of the data. And when it comes to wanting to provide a high C leader some feedback, you'll need to be wary or cautious that your criticism will tap into their deepest fear of making mistakes. So if there's conflict, the high C leader is likely to avoid it, unless they feel there is a principle or standard that they can stand upon. And while a high C may be demanding around following the policy and the procedure, they are beneficial to your team because they will make sure nothing gets missed. They're going to be the cover your butt leader in the organization. So if you can find the strengths that they hold on data, policies, standards, making sure things are perfect, in quotes, and utilize that strength to your advantage, you're going to get a lot more out of your high C leader. My name is Tammy Dunnett, your leadership and communication skills coach, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more information about how to solve interpersonal problems with interpersonal solutions. Happy to have you along and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.